Hey guys, so we are going to continue learning about the anoles. And remember, we are on this lizard island, and we are trying to see if selection can happen without people. So green anoles are just loving life, right? They're all alone, but then these brown anoles come. And brown anoles eat green anoles. But luckily, because they're a lot bigger, but luckily, green anoles have a trait too that's going to give them an advantage. They are fantastic climbers. They have those really sticky scales. So we're going to see what happens to the green anoles as brown anoles move in. So on Google Classroom, everybody has a copy of this Adopt a Lizard worksheet. And we're going to fill it in together. If you're having a really hard time with it and it's frustrating you, then I don't want you to worry about filling it in yourself, okay? Focus on me as I fill it in. All right? Next week when you guys are in person, I can give you the actual worksheet and it will be a lot simpler. Okay? So again, I want you to try to fill this in, but if it's too frustrating, our goal is not to get upset here. So just follow along with me.
In today's activity, you're going to play a game called Lizard Island. Lizard Island is a real island off the coast of Florida.
Oh.
It's an actual place. This is a true story. Like I said before, some green anoles were living on the island when the brown anoles arrived. We're going to play this game to see what happens to the green anoles when the brown anoles are introduced.
Dum, dum, dum.
But before we introduce the brown anoles, we'll need to count the sticky toe scales of the green anoles that are there. Now, if you're working alone or with a small group, use the small group instructions linked below this video. If you're in a class, I'll walk you through the game step by step. Are you ready? Get your first set of supplies. When you're done with this step,
okay, we're not going to worry about that right now.
On your card is a close-up of your lizard's big toe. Count the toe scales to figure out how well your lizard climbs. We've drawn lines for you, pointing to each sticky toe scale. Write numbers next to the lines as you count, like this. Count carefully. The number you get may not be the same number of the person sitting next to you.
So in our case, it is the same. All right, so again, I can't make this any bigger. I am sorry about that, but I'm going to help you count. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 scales. So our lizard's toe has 18 scales. Okay, you know what, guys? You don't have to worry about filling this in. Right. 18 scales. So yeah, this is just, you're not going to worry about filling this in. I'm going to fill it in and you're going to follow along. So 18 or fewer scales. Oh no. Our green anole is a not so good climber. Well, I'm a little worried here. Okay, let's see what comes next.
Now you're going to notice, as you count the scales, that not everyone's lizard has this.
Okay, so that's not true for us. And we circled the not so good climber.
Raise your hand if your lizard is an excellent.
Okay. So our lizard is a not so good climber. So we have 19 classmates. We have 19 not so good climbers. Oh man.
Raise your hand if your lizard is a good climber. Have someone count them. Raise your hand if your lizard is a not so.
Sorry, guys. All right. So, before the brown anoles get to Lizard Island, there are 30 green anoles living on the island. 10 of them are excellent climbers, 10 of them are good climbers, and 10 are not so good. Okay, so we have 10 good, 10 excellent, 10 not so good. So we're going to see what this means for us. Okay.
Raise your hand if you're...
Sorry, here we go.
Now that you and everyone else in your class has counted the toe scales, you know how many lizards are excellent climbers, how many are good climbers, and how many are not so good climbers. We're going to find out how many lizards are in each group and make a graph from the numbers. Scientists often use numbers to make a graph. For example, this is a graph showing what kinds of pets are most popular. A graph changes a set of numbers into a picture or a pattern. This pattern can help you understand the numbers in a new way. So let's try this for our lizard groups. Go to the next step. Now that you know how well all the lizards can climb, make a graph from the numbers. Color in one box.
So we had 10, 10, and 10 on ours. Okay. So if I'm going to fill this graph in, oh my goodness, wrong one. Oh man. Okay. Here we go. All right, perfect. So we knew that we have 10, 10, 10. And now we color in 10 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, just like a bar graph. This is a horizontal bar graph. We also have 10 good, right? Nice and easy, this data set. We have 10 of each. All right. So we're going to stop here for now. So if you do have extra time and the rotation is not ended yet, you can go on to Brain Pop Junior and explore more about animals. But any minute now, Miss Hazel should end this rotation, and you will either move on to math class or you will move on to iReady Math. All right? Good job, scientists.